Tom, you've had loads on international duty. What's the feeling with them? I mean, how does it work? Do you WhatsApp them straight after a game and say, "Are you okay? How's your whatever?"
Yeah, so a couple of them I'm in contact with, especially if I see they've come off a bit prematurely. But no, we've our team secretary does a fantastic job in contacting us straight after every player's performed, the minutes they've played, the physical data from that game. So yeah, we're in constant contact with the national teams and the players. And yeah, I celebrate how well represented we are on an international level. 10 players away this week, and hopefully more next time.
Some of them are a long way away as well, aren't they? Do you have to wait until they get back just to see how they are and how the travel's been, etc.? Yeah,
we have to be a little bit creative now, and we push ourselves as a staff, delivering sort of the same meeting 3-4 times as players come back in staggered fashion. But yeah, it's a period of time where we have to find solutions and not go straight to excuses. You know, it is what it is. We're probably the most affected side, and the Friday night game we could all think is a huge problem. But no, we'll find solutions and make sure the players are ready. If we have to use video more than we have to use training session, so be it.
Some have been in Africa. The last one back might be Sierra Alta. He's had to come back from wherever it was in South America.
Yeah, so Shiralta's I don't mind being open on this. He will go straight to Plymouth from his flight from Chile. So it's a situation I've never seen before in my career, where you've got a player who's going straight to the hotel without a training session. But he's an important player for us. So I think us managing the best way to get him in the best condition tomorrow evening is important.
It's obviously a sign that your side are doing well, because lots of them have returned to their international sides. Others have scored goals on, their first goals. It just creates even more confidence in your squad.
Exactly, yeah. I'm really happy for Bayo, scoring for Ivory Coast, and Dumbia also, and yeah, like I said, I think it should be celebrated. Not seen for us as a staff as a huge problem that we're missing out good time to work with the players. I celebrate the fact that we've had 8 senior internationals and 2 youth internationals this week.
Is this where team selection is not hard, but you've got to try and work a lot of things out in your head, because you've got players back from suspension plus players returning from being a long way away? Yeah,
but we've got a strong squad. We've not got too many injury problems, so and we've only got 1 suspended. So the squad will be utilised, and maybe the Luton performance last time, one of the reasons was I used too many of those long travellers. So we'll see. It might affect team selection a little bit, but I'll have confidence in the team that I do select.
The ones who've been injured, Tom Deli-Bashiru, how's he?
Progressing well. He's one that I've not been able to give you a time scale on, just because
what is it?
It's a knee problem where he just gets a little bit of swelling on the knee. No conclusive issue with the knee, but we're just sort of playing a balancing act with that one. Now he's took an upturn in the last week or so, and we're really hopeful that it won't be too long.
Yeah. Of the others, who else is there?
Ogbonna's getting closer on the pitch. We'll sprint next week, and if he reacts well to that, we'll be available in the next 2 weeks. Jeremy Ngaki is very close. I expect him to be available for Tuesday. And Pierre Duomo will miss the trip through illness.
And Kevin?
Kevin's going to be more long term, yeah. He's unfortunately had a setback, and he'll be 6 to 8 weeks.
So the only one who won't be available is of the ones who have been playing recently is Duomo, is it?
Yeah.
Because in midfield now with Sissoko back, quite a few options where a few weeks ago there wasn't quite so many.
Yeah, so it's just Deli-Bashiru and Duomo who were missing in that area, Moussa returning, and Imran performing so well against Oxford. Yeah, we're getting options back there.
When you talk about top 6 of what you're looking to head towards, the 2 at the top look probably the 2 best teams, but actually below those 2, there's a bit of a muchness about the teams.
Yeah, so I don't want to disrespect anyone. I think Middlesbrough have been the standout team we've played this season, so I'd expect them to be a real challenger. But no, we have to just focus on ourselves and each game as it comes now. It's something that will... it was easy to create targets for the blocks of games up to the international break. Now a little less so, but I think we can go longer term, and that our ambitions are to finish in the top 6.
What's it going to be like sitting in the stands? Probably for the first time as a manager, it must be.
Yeah, I think that there are some benefits of it. You see the game from a better angle. You see the game from a little less emotional side, and can be a bit more strategic. And yeah, it's difficult to get messages onto the players at the best of times. So I don't feel I'll be missing too much. Your work as a coach is done very much so through the week, and then substitutes play a big part in that, and the timing of those. And I'll still be able to impact the game from there.
And you'll be chatting to Robbo all the way through, presumably?
Yeah, it'll be Damon. Damon will be in charge tomorrow night, so assisted by Paul. But yeah, Damon will be the point of contact for me and the players.
You said earlier about you just got to get the pressing right, which was interesting. Just talk us a bit more about that. How you kind of feel it's not quite working at the moment? Yeah, so
if we look at our side and how we want to go long-term part of the project, we want to be a team that pressures teams higher up the pitch and in a back 3, back 5, whatever you want to call it. It's difficult to do that because you lose a winger who can be that sort of first line of engagement. Now, that's something we've not quite got to the bottom of, and we're working really hard as a staff to do so. And there's a lot of research going into that and what suits our players, and we will get there. And when we do, I think we'll go to the next level.
I suppose it obviously depends on the sides you're playing against and how aggressive you want to be and whether they can break that and things like that.
Yeah, you've got to be extremely efficient to have an out of possession structure that fits all. I think Norwich do it in this division, and a lot of teams now go to a 4-4-2 block and just try and be efficient in that. And yeah, it's something that's a work in progress for us. And like I said, we're working extremely hard to improve out of possession and to stop it at source coming in our box. But when it does, that's one area we need to improve on is our box defending.
Just going back to your international brigade, if I can call them that.
Yeah.
Are they all, as far as you know, are they all fit and ready for Friday?
Yeah. Obviously, Shawalta, the first time I'll see him, will be in Plymouth, which is strange. But the rest will train today. I think 5 of the lads' first training session will be today. But we've worked hard as a staff that we'll use this 24 hours as efficiently as we possibly can to deliver the game plan to those players, and they'll be coming back confident with scoring and performing well for the countries.
Before the international break, Giorgi Chakvetadze was really coming through. Danny was full of praise for him after the Oxford match. He's come on some, isn't he, Giorgi? He's a real presence. We're talking about midfield. What a real presence, or what a presence he was against Oxford. Yeah, fantastic player, you know. He's someone that, in my own playing experience, you don't want to boost a player up too much, but I think Giorgi's got the characteristics and the professionalism to be able to handle praise and to be able to handle expectation. And yeah, he's a fantastic player. He reminds me, the way he carries the ball, he reminds me of a young Jack Grealish when I played with Jack at Villa. Excellent ball carrier, the best in the league. And I said if he adds goals to his game, he's got no ceiling. But fantastic person and professional, and will certainly fulfil his potential because of those characteristics. Very difficult for defenders when a run starts in the opposite half and he's coming straight at you. Yeah,
his ball manipulation and his sort of awareness of where defenders are coming from, and he manipulates the ball, and his speed travelling the ball. It really is high level stuff, and we feel like we're using him in his best way as a staff, and now how can we turn his great performances into goal productivity as well.
And he seems to have settled very well. Didn't he sign a new deal recently?
Yeah. So he's committed himself to the football club, and yeah, he's one of our many pool of young, exciting players. And well, he's not too young anymore. He's more established than a lot of the lads. But yeah, I love working with him and creating game plans around him.
And moving on to Francisco, can I just ask, what are the logistics? You're saying it's a new situation. So What are the sort of logistics of getting him down to Plymouth then? Because he won't be on the coach today, I take it.
No. So he lands this morning, and then he will go get a taxi straight down to Plymouth because I think he lands at Heathrow this morning. He'll get a taxi straight to Plymouth, and we're sending a physio down to Plymouth to work with him today and sort of get the journey out of his legs and back.
So he's landing this morning?
Yeah. So the first time I'll see Francisco, and I'll deliver the game plan to him, and we'll have to see how he's responded from the journey. And
so it's a transatlantic flight.
Yeah, he's
possibility of jet lag.
Yeah, these are the things we've got to deal with. You know, it's part and parcel of being a manager at a high level or a head coach at a high level. The players will be having long haul flights. A little bit frustrated with the timing of the put us Plymouth away, but again, it's something that we'll deal with.
And the last one, doing the post now. I hear you've been training in the Dome.
Yeah, Wednesday we trained in the Dome. Just when we had that heavy snowfall, we did a lighter session in the Dome. And again, it was one of my key principles when I came into this room. I felt like we had a bit of a finger-pointing culture at the club when I left as a player. And now we find solutions and we don't go to excuses. So we just adapt as a staff, as a group of players. And I hope that we see that in the performances as well.
Thanks, Tom. All the best tomorrow.
Thank you.
What are the injuries to Kevin and
Duomo's an illness.
Duomo? Illness.
Yeah, so he should be fine for Bristol City on Tuesday. He's missed the last couple of days ill. Kevin he's had a surgery on his knee just to a bit of a clear out, and unfortunate.
After the one he had.
Yeah. So different issue, and yeah, it's something that I feel really unfortunate. You know, he looked like he could be a key member of our squad. Brings us something different in that back line, and unfortunately, this setback will see him out for the next 6 to 8 weeks.
With your ban, what are you not allowed to do on a match day? I'm obviously not allowed to be in the dugout. What else are you not allowed to do?
So I can do everything: media duties, be in the dressing room. It's just dugout and then communication with the referees after the game as well.
Does this, to me it feels this is the most congested first half of the season ever. I know we always talk about it, but it feels like there's been absolutely no break at all whatsoever this season.
No, I disagree, to be honest. The international breaks have broken it up quite nicely. I feel like...
Might be for you.
Yeah. It's been full on, but I feel like the international breaks have come at the right time now. We've done as much research, preparation as we possibly can to prepare ourselves for this next period, which is going to be intense. But I feel super prepared for it.
You touched on it there for you and the players Friday night. Do you feel a bit for the fans as well?
Yeah, of course. It's a game I played in when I was on loan here, and I think that was a night game also that my family went to, and so I know from the supporters' point of view of how inconvenient it can be. So
frames back or anything.
It's up to us to make sure it's all worth it for those guys.
Is that going into the players' minds as well, the difficulties that other people are going through?
Yeah, I think we've got enough players that will understand. Obviously, some of our younger foreign players may not understand that, but no, we've got enough that do.